Welcome back. Today we're diving into Control 3.1.3, Information Flow Enforcement, the next step in the access control family. We've talked about who gets access. Now, it's about where that information can go once access is granted.
Information flow enforcement is about controlling how CUI moves within your system and across connected systems. That includes preventing sensitive data from being sent to unauthorized locations, ensuring internal traffic doesn't masquerade as trusted, and stopping CUI from flowing in the clear across public networks. In short, it's about regulating the paths that controlled unclassified information can take. The main requirement is this: enforce approved authorizations for controlling the flow of CUI, both within your system and between connected systems. That means having policies that define what flows are allowed, and technical mechanisms to enforce those policies. It's not enough to say CUI should never leave the internal network. Your systems must actually prevent it. To implement this control, consider the following best practices. First, define approved information flow paths in your system architecture. Next, use firewalls, proxy rules, and access control lists to block any unauthorized traffic. You should also apply data labeling or content filtering to help control how controlled unclassified information, or CUI, is routed. Prevent spoofed internal traffic by using proper network segmentation. And be sure to restrict external transfers of CUI to only authorized endpoints. Document which systems are allowed to exchange sensitive data and keep those records up to date. Finally, always enforce encryption and boundary protections whenever CUI flows between different environments. To show that you're compliant, be prepared to provide the following. First, your information flow policy, along with procedures for how that policy is enforced. Then, network or system configuration files that reflect those controls. Include a diagram showing the allowed data flows between systems. Also, provide system audit logs that show both blocked and permitted flows. And finally, submit documentation that explains how flow restrictions are tied to user roles or specific data types. These materials also support your system security plan, which maps your information flow protections to the individual components of your system.
That's it for Control 3.1.3, Information Flow Enforcement. This control helps ensure that controlled unclassified information doesn't just stay inside the system. It stays in the right places, under the right controls. Next up, we'll cover Control 3.1.4, Separation of Duties. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we continue breaking down NIST SP 800-171 Revision 3, one control at a time.